everyone, and welcome to the FM network. My name is the Salmon FM, or as to others, I'm just known as Mitchell. And I'm here today as a guest creator. And what I'm bringing you today is a five club challenge of teams that are struggling financially. Now, if you do like what you see, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit it for the FM network, and if you like what you see, go over to my channel. The link should be down below. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first club I want to speak about is a team over in Brazil. They go by the name of Botafogo, and I've had the pleasure of taking over Botafogo in the past. I took over them last year on FM20, and when I tell you that it's a hard save, it really is. It's one of the hardest out there. You've got to compete in Brazil, which has got so many different rules in terms of signing players, who goes through to the Libertadores, who goes into the Supercopa Americano, who gets relegated. They have a mini league beforehand, and then they have the proper league. It is completely bonkers, but if you can unearth a fair amount of Brazilian wonderkids in the long term, you could be able to turn around their debt. Now, their overall balance is 4.351 million, but if you take yourself over here to the debts and the loans, you will find that they are £119 million in the red. Now, that's a lot of money to be in the red. Most clubs would probably go bankrupt if they were that much in debt, but they are still going in Brazil. So can you take that net debt of 119 million and turn it into a plus? Next up, we have a slightly easier one, a team named Anderlecht. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. They are situated over in Belgium, famously known for appointing Vincent Kompany, known as a player manager. So yeah, you don't get many player managers in recent times, but they appointed Vincent Kompany as one. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Mitchell, Salmon, they're £31.8 million in the bank. Yes, they do have £31.8 million in the bank. However, if we take a little nose at their debts and the loans, they have got £52 million in the net debt. The aim would be to obviously try and get that down and get it into the green, which is quite easy. That's why I said this one's an easier one, purely because they are based in a nation that has Champions League football. You'll get that ticking over, and you'll get it clicking, and you'll be able to get them into the green very easily. I did it again last year. I took Anderlecht on, and it was one of the simpler financial rescues, and it's definitely a good way to enter into this type of save. Okay, so number 3 on our list of teams in financial struggles, teams to take on and try and make improvements in the club. We're back off into South America. Quite a few South American teams don't have a lot of money, yet they do produce some wonder kids. But we are in the nation of Peru with a team called Universitario. As you can see, they have £2.5 million in the bank. A nice little transfer budget. No wages whatsoever. So it could prove to be quite difficult, and you're going to have to heavily rely on your youth intakes, I believe. Let's just have a little nose at their net debt and loans, and their net debt is 48.3 million. So, and they're paying off this debt until 2057. So, if you can get a couple of wonder kids in, get them in early, start selling them, getting them improved, getting sell-on fees, then you can get rid of that debt very, very quickly and not wait around until the year 2057. So yeah, check out Universitario over in Peru. It's an interesting one. Number 4 on the list is a team that most people should know. Most people would have heard of them. It is Bolton Wanderers here in the United Kingdom in English football. And yeah, I think their plight has been sort of well documented, so there's been plenty of Bolton Wanderers saves out there. I've thrown them in purely because of their debt and the fact that they've fallen all the way down to League 2 now. They used to be a Premier League team. They used to have the god of a footballer of JJ Okocha. Now, that man knew what to do with the football. So, yeah, they've gone from Premier League, European football, all the way down to League 2, and it's not nice to see a club fall that far from grace. They were on the brink of doing a bury. So yeah, I'm happy they were saved, but they still have a hell of a lot of debt. So, as you see, just under £1 million in the bank, no transfer budget to play with, virtually nothing in the wage budget to manoeuvre yourself, and their net debt is 33.74 million. A couple of promotions and you'll be able to get rid of that a lot sooner than the 2026 payment day. Now that in itself is enough to give the club no money to spend whatsoever. So that is going to be grueling. Paying the amount you're going to be paying until 2026. That's going to leave the club with no money. So going through it, you are going to have to moneyball. You are going to have to buy players to sell players. So take on Bolton Wanderers. Last on my list of 5 teams to be, we travel to Turkey, a country that I'm very fond of, a country that I enjoyed visiting lots and lots of times, and it is to Fenerbahce. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Salmon, they've got £40 million in the bank. Yes, I know. They've got £40 million in the bank. They've also just signed Mesut Ozil, who's going to be on a hell of a lot of money at Fenerbahce. So, their net debt is a whopping £263 million. They are paying almost £1 million per month. That's £750,000 per month. That is going to deplete your overall balance of 40 million very, very quickly. So, your task is to get European football. Not just get European football, but to maintain Champions League qualification, just so you can pay these debts without it eating into your overall balance. The further you get into the Champions League, the more money you're going to get. So you're going to have to wheel and deal following the Turkish registration rules, and get yourself to a point where you are not feeling the effects of this net debt repayments. So the last team on my list is Fenerbahce. Guys, that's all for today's video. If you do have any comments, drop them into the section below. Either myself or the FM editor team will respond. Thanks again to the network for having me on as a guest creator. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and head over to my channel to hit the like and subscribe there too. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Bye bye.